Hey guys, it's John again, the Vintage Geek. Well, instead of taking a look inside the Vintage Geek's toy room this time, I think we're going to take a look at a very interesting comic book that came out recently. I just picked this up. Star Wars number 208, or sorry, number 108. I don't know what I'm saying here. So originally Marvel made a series of Star Wars comics, issues, what were they, 1 through 107. I'm one of the lucky people to have the entire series. Got issue number 1 right here. And I've got it all the way to issue 107, the last issue of the series. Now, if needed, I'll make another video where I read episode 1 or issue 107. I don't know how much of this 108 is going to, run straight from 107. I see it has, that looks like Valence, the Hunter. So he appeared at issue number 16 of the original Marvel Star Wars run. That was his first appearance in comics, really. So we'll probably have to go back and read that one to catch up. But I think we'll read 108, and then we'll decide where we need to go from here and do those in other videos. And if you guys like this comic reading, I might do more comic readings in the future. It just depends on, can we get away with this? I have no idea, right? Because these are copyright Marvel. But I've seen other people read comics, so I figured let's give it a try and see what you guys think. The cosmic civil war is over. The Empire has fallen. The tyrannical dark lords of the Sith who ruled the galaxy, Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader, are destroyed. And the heroic Rebel Alliance has restored freedom to the star systems with the formation of the New Republic. Now, this is Legends material. It's still considered Legends. You'll see that right up here. It is not canon. Then we'll go here. But for a long forgotten threat, one more terrible than even the Sith. But a long forgotten threat, one more terrible than even the Sith, is still out there in the wilds of deep space, and its return could annihilate all life in the galaxy. Once again, only the freedom fighters, Princess Leia Organa, Luke Skywalker, and Han Solo can hope to stand against the forces of evil. And this is their story. Star Wars Forever Crimson. Each chapter written by a different person there. And there's all the Marvel. So this is copyright Marvel. The Legend of Valence the Hunter. Yeah, just like I thought. Valence is here. He was the most feared bounty hunter in all the galaxy. It is said even Boba Fett himself trembled at the utterance of his name. Valence the Hunter. In the early days of the Galactic Civil War, Valence stalked his prey with brutal efficiency like a Vornsker who had already tasted blood. Valence would let nothing stand in his way, not the Empire, not Rebel, nothing could stop him. The legend is he wasn't always so lawless. He was one of the fiercest stormtroopers the Empire ever produced. He got his start as a grunt fighting the droid armies in the Clone Wars and rose through the ranks during the Jedi Purges. If you die now, you die solely for the glory of the Emperor, and there is no greater glory. But like so many before him, the rebellion cost him dearly. A single bomb dropped from a Rebel X-Wing killed his entire unit. Incoming! Valence managed to survive, but he was changed. In his eyes, he had suffered a fate worse than death. He had become something less than man. He was a cyborg. What have you done to me? It was said he left more than just body Wait, more than just parts of his body on the battlefield, he left his humanity behind as well. The Empire discharged him. They had no need for cyborg soldiers, so he went to work for himself as a bounty hunter. He was rumored to have most curious predilection. He loved to destroy droids, any model, any type, any way he could. Some said it was leftover anger from what they did to him in the Clone Wars. Others said it was because of the droid medic who couldn't save his body. But the real reason was far more heartbreaking. He saw himself in their cold metal bodies, and he hated what he saw. Droids and humans don't behave like this. They don't sacrifice themselves for one another. Perhaps not in your experience, sir. Certainly it's not widely accepted, but perhaps if it were, even being a cyborg might be easier to bear. The legend is that he found what he had lost on one of his hunts. A young farm boy and his droid reminded the bounty hunter about compassion. It turns out they weren't just farm boy and droid, and when Darth Vader himself came hunting for them, it was Valance who stood in the Sith Lord's way. It was said that Vader met his match that day. Almost. But if Valance was truly Lord Vader's equal, no one will ever know, because rather than risk being caught, Valance chose to fall to his death, taking the secret of that farm boy's true identity with him. Interesting. Centauri's. I guess that's the planet they're on, right? Why are you telling us all this, Dozer? Because that final battle was right here at Ruby Flame Lake, and they say the ghost of Valance the Hunter still wanders these shores trying to find anything that can make him whole again. Dozer telling his ghost stories again? It's true, Captain. Sure it is. Just like your story about the witches on Dathomir who keep... what was it? Nexu? Rancors. Right. Holds almost at capacity, so we lift off in 5. Grab your gear and get on board. How do you know we got enough scrap? Buyers seem like tough customers, so I got a choice. Bring enough or be on time. I'm choosing on time. Let's get all this scrap. The Magna Sweeper picked up on board just in case. It hasn't been scrubbed yet, Captain. The buyers can worry about that. Now move it. Does this make any sense to you guys yet? Okay, so it looks like these guys were telling stories, but they're really supposed to be taking scrap to someone else, I guess. All right. I don't know. It didn't flow right if you ask me, but whatever. Near Misses and Narrow Escapes, Chapter 2. Stenos. Don't I look trustworthy, soldier? Slider? Sorry. Don't I look trustworthy, Slider? He's got a gun on him. Putting a gun at him. Don't do that to Han. I'm alive today because I don't trust anybody. There's a rumor someone put a big bounty on my boss and anyone who works for her. If you're worried about bounty hunters or people double-crossing you for credits, you probably should have picked a different bar. So you're who I hired. How do I know you are who you say you are? You don't recognize us? Yeah, it's Han and Chewie. Come on, man. I don't spend a lot of time around smugglers, pal. Smugglers, us? You're talking to the heroes of the Battle of Endor. That right. And what are the heroes of the Battle of Endor doing out here trying to pick up smuggling gigs? Heroes still gotta eat, don't they? But you're right, Chewie and I Chewie and I don't need this. We can go in. No, wait. This needs to get to my boss. The whole galaxy may be in danger if it doesn't. And there's a nice payday in it for you, too. Looks like a little shriveled up eggplant. Yeah, fate of the galaxy. I get it. Telvis asks where you're going, soldier. You must have me confused with someone else. Slider. I said soldier again. Slider. We don't think so. There's a lot of people who'd be willing to pay us a lot of credits if we were right. My friend here needs to get going. Sorry for the mix-up. Don't we know you too? You a smuggler? Smuggler? Me? No. You probably recognize me from a news vid. I was a big deal at the Battle of Endor. Yes, that's where I know you from. I also know the bounty on rebel generals is even higher than the one on your friend here. You're pretty smart, but you forgot one thing. What's that? Him. Oh. Chewie, don't make a scene. Where there's one bounty hunter, there's bound to be more. What? Why didn't I? What? I am telling you. I'm telling you now. All these guys come out of the woodwork. Run! He throws them. Oh. Leave now, but it just got fun. You two grim gazers are tearing up my bar. I'm going to roast you alive and serve you for dinner. On second thought, let's go. So they run on out of here with Slider. Keep going. There's got to be a way out. If we can make it to the street, we could lose them. If you get me off the planet, my employer will pay you double upon delivery of the Arachne Bloom. Ah! Whoa, he got killed. Guess we can kiss that double payment goodbye. He's just shriveled up mess. Gross. So he hits some kind of switch. The door opens. Chewie and him run through. Chewie, barricade the door. He puts this crap up there. See, I told you we'd make it. You gotta whap. Oh. What happened to him? Someone kicked him in the face. Uh-oh. Alright, this goes back to issue number 8 of the original Star Wars Marvel. The first appearance of Jackson. Bad move, big foo. Well, look what we have here. Jackson and Amaza. What are you doing here? I could ask you the same question, Solo. Things so bad in your alliance of free planets already that they got you chasing bounty? You out here for Slider too? You just missed him. And we aren't bounty hunters. The New Republic is doing just fine. But we go where we please and they don't own us. They know you're out here, fella? Yes, but maybe don't tell anyone you saw us out here, okay? You can put the pistol away now, Amaza. We'll see. Since you aren't bounty hunting it, my guess is you're the smugglers our bounty was trying to hire. Your bounty's gone, and our cargo went with him. Figures. Dominateg is hated in a way you don't run into a lot of these parts, even for an ex-Imperial sympathizer. A lot of folks paying good credits to find her and her people Clang, clang, boom. Domina Tag, she tried to end all life in the galaxy by spreading a disease called the Crimson Forever. Got closer than most. Hey, Rabbit, back off. I saw them first. Here comes some kind of cockroach guy, to bounty hunter. Don't call me Rabbit. You're getting soft in your old age, Solo. That's who you were running from? No. That is all these guys. Dun, dun, dun. Where do you think you're going? Wherever you are, partner. So it looks like Jackson is now partnering up. Jackson and Mesa partnering up with Han and Chewie. And in the next video, we'll get into Chapter 3. Thanks for watching, guys.